5G, anyone? Anyone want a bit of 5G? Anyone want fancy a good blasting with some millimetre waves? Yeah, that we all do. Every single fucking one of us. We want to be smothered in enough electro smog that we fucking well drown. Please, give me more. I'll give anything for faster download speeds. Anything. I will cook myself for faster download speeds. Bring it on. Wankers. See, not that long ago, let's go back 100 years. Human beings and animals and plants and the planet in general, the only kind of background so-called radiation that was there was literally the background radiation. There wasn't much else going on. There was whatever frequency the planet and the atmosphere and our little bodies give out. Then there was light bulbs and the wiring which went with light bulbs, which gave a little bit out. Then along came all the other electrical appliances, radio, TV, a little bit more, but relatively harmless in its initial forms. It kind of generally kept away from too many human frequencies, and then obviously over the years it's increased and increased and increased, and the way that we live has changed and we're so much more densely packed. So even without mobile phones or Wi-Fi or phone masts or whatever, we'd still be, we're still exposing ourselves to a fair amount of, I guess, pollution that we were never previously exposed to, and it's, I guess, probably having its own generational effect. The first mobile phones were nothing much, we could send the odd text and, if you were lucky, and make some calls. They didn't do much else. They would have emitted a certain amount because, obviously they're sending energy backwards and forwards. And then 2G, 3G, 4G, massive freaking phone masts and Wi-Fi, and we're talking a whole different ballgame. Wi-Fi obviously pulses every few seconds to keep its connection. When you turn your Wi-Fi on your phone off and on, or on your laptop off and on, you get a whole list of those nearby, and it flickers, and the list regenerates itself as the Wi-Fi pulses. And there's already masses of data just regarding the dangers of Wi-Fi routers, and what our mobile devices also emit. So much information out there, and it's shocking. It's shocking what the companies who produce all this stuff are allowed to get away with, and obviously, they set the safety levels. There's no outside agency there, and if there was, it would be probably co-opted by the companies who are making all these devices. In the same way that pharmaceuticals are, their watchdog is, like, if you've ever checked the FDA in America, it's littered with those who have either previously worked with or still have links to massive pharmaceutical companies, and I'm sure the same thing would apply to all these electrical devices and so on. Part of the issue is that, we can't see any harm which is being caused. It's invisible to us. Imagine what we would think, how differently we might think if we could see. I'm pretty sure we'd all be freaking shocked at it. At the dense smog that we soak ourselves in every second of the day. And even if we turn our own Wi-Fi off, we're still getting a good dosage from the guys across the road and the people to either side to us and so on. You get on a bus, you get on a train, they're just so little escape from it. But hey, who wants to escape to it? If you escape for it, then how can you possibly keep your face on front of a fucking phone every second of the day? So yeah, 5G. It's clever because it's sold by its name. It's sold as 5G. You know, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Oh, it's just the same thing. It's just another little extension of it. But it's not. It's a totally different thing. Look up millimetre waves. Find out about the damage of millimetre waves. I could sit here and blabber on about it, but I've done my research and I've read what I've read. I understand what I understand. You do yours and have a look. And see just how damaging millimetre waves can be and understand just how different they are from the energy that is given out from a mobile phone mast or from your Wi-Fi router or so on. Those energies can pass kind of around or through different objects, you know, to get to reach wherever it's intended to reach, whereas 5G can't. It's going to require countless little antenna down every street just to bounce the information from place to place, house to house, phone to your phone, whatever it might be. But it's literally going to be relentless and just all encompassing. And adding on top of that, in a couple of years, apparently they're hoping to have thousands of satellites in space beaming fucking Wi-Fi down on us every second of the day. So hey, no one in the whole planet misses out. Oh, thank God for that. I would hate to, you know, be on top of a remote mountain somewhere in some beautiful clean air and miss out on my friggin' mobile phone not working. I'd hate to be able to miss out on what's happening on Facebook at that particular moment. Fuck them. And how does this all happen? That's what is really pissing me off at the minute. How does it happen? Who made and makes these decisions that say that in a year or two's time there's going to be all these countless antennas everywhere? Who asked? Who's knocked on your door and said, hey, do you mind if you've got hundreds of antennas down this road? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the pros and cons? Here's the pros. Oh, you get fast download speeds. The cons. Well, again, look up the cons for yourself and have a look and see what they say. It's not pretty. Who's asked? When did we, you, I, anybody else, when did we give our consent? Have you consented to it? You consented to constant bombardment of and living in a frequency smog, a possible harmful frequency smog every single second of your life? Because I haven't. Not that I know of. Was there implied consent? Was there something mentioned somewhere that if we didn't say no to it, then it's a big fat yes, and it was all carried on anyway? Is it a decision between world governments and these massive corporations that want to roll all this stuff out? Were these handshakes done on our behalf? Because hey, we're the suckers that vote for these people in the first place. I don't know. But some answer would be nice. And then look at the press. See how this is being manipulated in the press, because you won't find a bad word about 5G in the press. I've seen a few articles, and it's all been once again, it's all been about the download speed, oh how much faster, how much more data, blah 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 blah. No one is prepared to have the bollocks to even consider any negative impact. Nothing. And that's the case with so much so-called journalism these days. There's no possibility of an alternate opinion. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about 5G, vaccinations, pharmaceuticals. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about issues in foreign countries such as Venezuela or Syria or so-called Israel and Palestine. It does not matter. You will not get an opinion that does not toe the given party line, because they're all in bed together, aren't they? The governments and corporations and so on, they're all in bed together, looking out for one another. So, all I can say is, do some research, find out, harass your MPs, harass your Euro MPs, harass whoever you can, and because otherwise we're screwed. You know, there's no generational testing for this stuff. How do you know the effect this is going to have on this current generation, our kids, grandkids, their kids, and so on and so on? We do not know. We don't even know the effect that just general background radiation that's increased over the years is going to have an effect on this planet in years to come. We do not know. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the risk? I don't think so. What else to say? Apart from do your research, find out, and then I guess do all you can to stop this fucking madness before we're all screwed with it all, and before the satellites are launched and we're deep fried from within.